I went to a community college. I went to Tribe College. I reflect on that experience. I'm an attorney, all right? I'm not in manufacturing. But I want to share this because I think it's important. I remember when I had to go to community college, and I say I had to go because frankly I didn't have the wherewithal, financial wherewithal, to be able to afford a four-year university or college. And I got to tell you, I did not like having initially to go to community college. I felt a sense of stigma. Some of my friends, they were all going to four-year universities, and I thought to myself, my gosh, I'm going to be behind. Was I wrong? I'm glad I went to a community college. And I think that the community colleges of today are going to play a critical role in the revitalization of our country and preparing us for the level of prosperity that we should be aiming for. And I think that community colleges like Oakton, who are leading the way, these community colleges are leading the way. Wright College in Chicago. I remember when President Barack Obama was campaigning out in Ohio. We actually had met him at one of the community colleges over there. And guess what? They were also working on some of the most leading-edge technologies in the area of clean technology. It's happening at the community college level. We should be putting more resources, directing more resources at the community college level, and connecting this network to our high schools, to our elementary schools, and also to our four-year university system. We have to invest in programs like the Austin Polytech and the other high schools that we're developing. And I like what was commented, what was pointed to the fact that, yes, in the elementary level, we need to start looking at more math and science. And I'm saying something you already know. We have to go back to our respective communities and get involved and demand that these curriculums are put in place. Otherwise, we will be left behind because the Koreas of the world, they've already figured it out. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that, we should just do it for national pride? Well, I'd like to be a proud American, and that feels nice. But look, it's a very simple thing. It's a very simple fact. The reality is that if we don't continue to train and prepare our young people for tomorrow, we are not going to be able to provide for the quality of life in our communities that all of us are looking for. It is almost like a sense of survival. The reality is that the jobs here don't have to stay here forever. We live in a global society, global economy. Companies move, they come and go. Where there is the skilled labor, where there is the opportunity to grow business, where there is alignment between important institutions like government, organized labor, the business community. We need to develop that sense here, that direction and purpose with regards to our education in the United States, locally here in the state of Illinois and Chicago. I wanted to, there are reasons that the Chicago Manufacturing Renaissance Council obviously understands the urgency of the issue. And I wanted to, just point to and I don't know how many of you had an opportunity to visit their website, but if you haven't, please visit their website. There are some great papers that they put together. But I was struck that when you think about the opportunities here, how the intersection between science, technology, research, innovation, the entrepreneurial spirit, and human talent. There is a document that I saw on the website that I was talking about. They outlined 4 reasons for this transition that we've all been talking about here today. And I'm going to add a fifth. First, it represents the meeting of public and private interest by generating wealth for investors and owners while providing competitive wages and generous benefits for employees. Who doesn't want that for themselves, for their household, and for their children? Second, and most importantly, to a lot of people in this room, it pays well. According to the council, nearly 13 million Americans are employed in manufacturing. 13 million Americans, that's a lot of people. Earning an average wage of about $64,000 a year. and that includes benefits. Third, manufacturing accounts for half of all exports from the United States, more than $600 billion a year. Now, for all the talk of how the United States is losing its strength in exports, we have something to build off of. Why are we, think about now how if we can transition our manufacturing base, which is still one of the, in terms of high tech, we are still leading the pack. But now we can expand that, taking advantage of this clean technology movement that is happening worldwide. I mean, look at China, India. These countries are building so fast. Why shouldn't they be building and using American products, the products that your companies should be manufacturing, the systems that your schools should be developing and training and educating the workforce of the future? Fourth, American manufacturing has moved, and you've already heard this, beyond the dreary assembly line work to a highly technological, team-oriented enterprise that requires a skilled workforce and also management. You need to understand how to run a business. And you know, it's the understanding of how the assembly of the product, how the marketing of the product, how all of that is crucial. And fifth, which is one that I added, is that this renaissance in manufacturing will produce processes and products that are far more efficient than those being produced today, and that will also help, and the Delta Institute brought this up, will also help, frankly, remediate the very problems that we created in the first place, and that other people, that other economies helped create by not being a little smarter about their production systems and outputs.